Hi everyone, happy October daily. Today is November 15th. I gave myself a deadline and I wanted to be done with this album by the 15th. And I finished it like 2 days ago. As you can see, it is really super full. I don't recommend this. You don't have to take this many photos. But I am a picture taker girl, and I love to take pictures. And here's the spine of my album. This is a little tassel that I made for it, and I am going to walk you through this October daily, and I'm going to try and do it quick to keep this video short. So here we go. The first thing that I made for this album was this shaker pocket, and it is a shaker that I pretty much just free-handed did a magic crystal ball, and I've got tombstones and ghosts, stars, bats in there, and I just titled it 2019. On my left, I have a pocket here, and I've got this super duper cute card from my sweet friend Pal. And then I've got this from my sweet friend Marissa. And this is from my other sweet friend that sent me some happy mail. Dear D. I'll have to link their channels below. But yes, so let's get into it. My first page here is of October, and I just put a star on the number 1 because it was the first day. And then here is a cutout of this little Frankenstein and son. This was a surprise picture of him and his girlfriend's. They're going to be parents, and so this is my little grandbaby, so I thought that was a perfect surprise and the perfect page to use it for. And I said I was going to go fast, and I'm over here talking. So I started out October, and as you can see here, it says chills and thrills because I was sick, and that was me being pissed on October 1st because I had a sore throat. I just used Ellie Edwards from her story kit. My husband and son went to the A's game that night. Here is my grandbaby. And I couldn't decide on what photo I loved of her, so I included them all. I did some journaling here. And then I just kept it with this paper clip. Here she is. Broom hair, don't care. I've got my daughter and my granddaughter here. I was relaxing here, and this is in my living room. This is a shelf in my living room. These are bat chips, and I just did a little cutout here of a bat on some sparkly glitter paper. My son and my granddaughter were, he was testing her with sight words. And then I have some journaling here. And it just fits neatly in there. Here we have, again, another Ellie Edwards. This is my daughter, and I captured the other side of the living room. Here we have a some Happy Mail that I received. And my son made some pumpkin-faced peppers. My pumpkin spice mug, little shaker card that my friend made me. That was in the Happy Mail. And then my daughter made some mummy chicken sausage. And then here's just Dearly D is who sent me this Happy Mail, and so I just documented that. I have a cutout here of a kitty cat. and it's super duper cute. I love it, and that's me and my grandbaby. And then I backed it with some filters from Snapchat. And so here we are. And this was a cutout that I created on some holographic paper. And then here we just have just a little journaling, and I put happy ghouls. My daughter went out this night and sent me this selfie of her and her girlfriend. This is my son and his girlfriend, the parents-to-be. And I just did a little bit of journaling here. I created this card here, just typed on it, boy or girl, so excited to meet you. Here is a freehand pumpkin sheet that I created. My husband got us some pumpkin pizza for dinner, and we had it with some salad. And our good old friend Charles, we brought him out this night. Here is a haunted house that we made. And I didn't do a lot of digital elements by, typing on my photos. So I ended up just using, I printed on vellum and just attached it here for my journaling. Here is Halloween goodness. These are new, added to my collection. So I usually decorate my kitchen cabinets for Halloween, and that is me talking about it there. This was my son's, we bought him a fish for his good report on his after school, his parent-teacher conference went well. So that was his reward. Here's my daughter and I. We are at the Museum of Ice Cream in San Francisco, and I just journaled about it there. We had so much fun. She came home from college so we can attend this event, and it was just fun to hang out with her, and I had never been to the Museum of Ice Cream, but it was decorated for Halloween, so it was pretty cool. I made this little pocket here with some like paper. The color is called Mylar, and there's a 5x7 here, and behind it I stuck in this little Glaceline bag, and then I'll journal here. But this is my daughter, and we took so many photos that I just loved them all, so I kept them here. And so this is what you don't want to do. It's supposed to be just October daily, but since I love to take pictures, here's hers and Tenny's, and again, this is still from the same day. I created a pocket. I did a little scalloped edges there, and that's her and I backed it with the Kelly Purkey sheets from her collection. Let's see here. And they were just so cute. I loved everything about this day and everything about these journal cards from Kelly Purkey. So that just gets tucked in there. Here I did some printing on vellum, Wink of Stella, and so it kind of sparkles there. Here I am, and I used, you can't really tell, but this is material, it's fabric. And so I added attachments here, and then the drinking continues. The next day we are at Chili's. They're having fantastic Ritas, and this is me and my husband, and each drink they included some black Dracula teeth. So it's just fun to do these different events in October. Here, my family, this was the best picture I could get of all of them, but we all got together and we took pictures, and we went and saw the Addams Family in our local movie theater. Here is my son and my older son's bearded dragon. His name is Blase. And so I just journaled about how these two were so brave to be letting this guy be on their body. Here we're just lounging before the girls went home. And I just thought it was a cute snapshot of the day. So you don't really have to have like activities. It can just literally be you lounging. Here's my husband and I with Charles. My favorite movie here. Here we are at the pumpkin patch. We probably went just spare of the moment because just it seems so crazy busy to me. Here I added a fold out. This is my son on the slide at the pumpkin patch. And I just cut each ring so that it can fit through. This is my daughter. She goes to school in Chico, and I added a little bit of web because she was a mummy. And I just kept it very simple. And I added some Tim Holtz. I'm not sure what he calls that. But I loved adding texture. Here is my son, a little journaling down here about flag football. That's how we spent our Sundays in October. He went to a birthday party this day as well. And here I am. I took off for my sister's wedding by myself to Mexico. And so I saw the Virgen of Guadalupe here. This was in Mexico City. This is all my sisters here, and my sisters and my cousins that live in Puebla. She got married in Puebla. And it was just such a wonderful time. It did take time away from this album. I think that's why it took me a little bit longer to prepare this, because I was gone for like 4 or 5 days. But this is my sister and her family. And this is another shot that I actually took from my daughter's Instagram. But she's away at college, and I wanted to make sure that she got in the album. So she was journaling about her glasses this day. Here we have some printing on vellum and a few stickers about Charlie Brown. Because this movie is so special. Everyone in my family loves to watch it. And we just sit around and watch it. We know the whole movie, but it's still fun to just hang out and share some popcorn together. Here is my son. He went to a floating pumpkin patch. He got to swim with a whole bunch of pumpkins and pick one, and then they painted them. So it was really cool because our city like totally went out and decorated everything. They had a photo booth, they had painting, they gave out snacks. It was just a really fun time. Here, my girlfriends and I are at our annual Halloween get-together. And the theme this year was the Addams Family. And we just had a blast. Here, I have another little shaker here that my friend Marissa made me. And I just tucked it in there. This night we painted pumpkins. And I'll have to go back and add my numbers because I certainly didn't do that. Here is a Halloween party that we went to. My niece Shauna, I'm hoping carries on the tradition of the Halloween party because I did it the last few years, maybe 4 or 5. And the last 2 years I didn't host one because two of my sisters got married, and they happened to do it in October. So this is my niece, and she carried on the tradition this year. And so here we are. And like I said, I love to take so many pictures that I had to maneuver away on how I can add a lot of pictures. And again, I just added journaling by typing on my typewriter over vellum. And then here's some more pictures of my daughter and her daughter, my son and his girlfriend. I did a little journaling on the back of this tag and just tucked it in there. Here is my son at school. This says Happy Halloween, and this is him and his classmates. I'm the room parent, and we created some milk jugs as ghosts. We had some snacks, and we played some games, and just a little flip up here of his whole costume. He was Kermit the Frog. This was my husband and I in line waiting for the parade. And I started this costume in like August, and he was so excited to wear it. I loved it, and he enjoyed the day. This is my little grandbaby. She was Spider Girl. And then these are my other two granddaughters, Malia and Lonnie. I can't remember what Malia called her costume. I think it was a Vice Girl. But I actually took this picture from my daughter's Instagram. So, and here she is, and she was passing out candy for Halloween. And here, one of our neighbors had like a haunted house and gave out cotton candy. And this is just them in this like makeshift, I don't know, haunted house. And it says Halloween 2019. Our Halloween is over. I did a little journaling here. To my sweet boys and girls, wow. And just like that, October is over. Where did the time go? I loved every minute with you kids. What I realized this year was you all were just as excited for our sweet traditions. Nothing is ever forced. What I've created with these simple traditions is all from my heart. As you are getting older, never forget that magic is in you. All you need is your imagination. Although we didn't carve pumpkins, we had the best time. Until next year's daily bread. And then I put mummy. And the reason why I said daily bread is because my grandbaby, I since last year I kept telling her this is my October daily, my October daily. And every time I say, oh, we're going to do this for the October daily, she thinks I'm saying daily bread. So she calls this my daily bread album. In here, I created a pocket. And these are just some of the photos that did not make it into this album because, like I said,
ghosts will float right through the air. Witches on broomsticks will give you a scare.
Halloween is coming, Halloween is coming.
I need to get a better photo of Jax, my daughter, and then a sweet little note from my friend Shelly. She sent me a spooky package that I absolutely adored, and keep a little bit of all this magic of friendship that I have found through creating October Daily every year. I get a lot of inspiration from December Daily albums, believe it or not. So I'll take their idea and translate it into a Halloween idea, if that makes sense. So if you notice in December Daily albums, they'll have a star or, you know, a wreath. So that's where I got the idea of cutting out Halloween images on my Cameo. So I made it. I'm done. This album is huge. And believe it or not, I'm sure there's still many photos that didn't get put in here. And I just want to say thank you so much if you made it this far. I did not intend this video to be this long. And if you're not done with your October Daily for 2019, you have all year to finish it. So don't get bummed. Don't get stuck. And if you do get stuck, just give yourself a time frame. Plenty of times I wanted to walk away from this project, or plenty of times I saw other people posting their photos of their daily, and I'm like, okay, I can't do this work on my album daily just because I work and, you know, I have a family. And at the same time, I'm actually doing activities, so it's kind of hard to keep up. But my advice to you is stick with it, because in the end, you know, I don't really do Project Life monthly or weekly. But I know, and my kids know, they can count on, you know, October being special, the holiday. And then I finish up in November, and then I gear up for December daily. So now that I'm done filming this, I feel like I'm free to start my Christmas December daily prep. So thanks for watching. I would love for you to follow me on Instagram. If you're not, my name there is Josie Posey 4. And I would love for you to subscribe to me. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Lanterns burning bright will look out of windows on Halloween.